This video is a quick tutorial on how to use NVivo, qualitative analysis tool from QSR International. This is a tool I first taught myself when using it for a research project, and I want to help you walk through the software for the first time. NVivo is used to manage and organize data. It works with multiple file format types, such as audiovisuals, photographs, text documents, and spreadsheets. It has a note-taking or memo feature that helps you discover things about your data right in the data without actually modifying the data. There are features to visualize your data in ways like word clouds and graphs and incorporate them into final reports that can be generated and exported right from NVivo. To get started, first download and install the software to your computer. There are different versions depending on your operating system. Just make sure you obtain the correct version for your computer. Also check with your school or employer to obtain a license that allows you to use the software. Otherwise, NVivo is proprietary. Once you have it installed, either begin a new project or open the sample project. For a new project, name it, add an optional description, and save it wherever you need to. For the sample project, all the data comes pre-analyzed already, so you can explore it and the many capabilities of NVivo. After beginning a new project, your first step is to import your data and sources. As mentioned before, NVivo supports many file types. You can import by either navigating to the Import tab at the top menu ribbon or right-clicking in the File section in the program window. In both areas, you can select the appropriate option based on your file type. As an example, Word documents are considered files, which is located in the Data subsection. You won't be able to upload Word documents using the text file option of the survey subsection. The second step is to create your code. It's a good best practice to follow. Browse through all your data and identify major or minor common themes. Create notes for those themes so you can organize your data as you find them. You can always add more notes if other themes appear. For example, in this code book I created child notes or subnotes to further expand upon the service area theme. You can also create grandchild notes like the user population theme. These help you organize your data more efficiently and clearly. The third step is to code and classify data. Now that you created your codebook, let's analyze the data and label it with the appropriate nodes. To add data to a node, highlight the area in the window, and you can do one of two things. Either right-click on the highlighted area, select the code, and then select the code you want to label that piece of data, or you can select another appropriate option. Or the second option is to navigate to the Create tab in the menu ribbon and select Node under Codes. I want to mention the feature about auto-coding. Auto-coding is when you let NVivo code the data for you. There's a wizard that walks you through the steps and voila, instant coding. However, I personally do not recommend it because the data may be coded multiple times in multiple codes. Your codebook will have redundant codes based on either single words or short phrases. I found it messy and unhelpful for my use, but it is helpful if you have structured content or existing themes. I want to note that the auto-coding feature is only available if you have NVivo Pro or Plus editions. This is the menu tab where you can also find the memo option to take notes. There are also options to create cases, which can help you separate data based on representation like person, place, or any other entity. Case classifications are another way to label data. For example, if analyzing different types of social media, you can have cases for Instagram or Twitter users, comparing and contrasting how people convey messages or themselves on these platforms. Relationships are how you connect cases. For example, Jane employs Bob or Bob lives with Steve. Relationships can show how your data are interconnected. Sets let you group nodes and other sources together and search through them in their linked files. There's also a transcription option. Be aware this is a proprietary feature. NVivo lets users try it by transcribing up to 15 minutes of audiovisual content before you have to purchase more time. While you code, NVivo organizes the data by what file it's from and where it is in the file. In this example, participants were asked about what academic departments they worked with the most. The results are listed alphanumerically. Notice that there is a link to each file. If you click on the link, say for participant 2, participant 2's file will open, and NVivo will take you directly to where it's located in the file, highlighting the text. It's helpful if you want to explore the thoughts surrounding that particular response to understand the context better. The fourth step is to analyze and visualize your data. NVivo provides many options to see your data from different perspectives. I will run through a handful here. NVivo has a feature called coding stripes. This lets you see what parts of your file have been coded and how. It's also helpful to see where many themes lay to formulate thoughtful discussions. For the next few visuals, I used a query of the 25 most frequently used words with a length of at least 6 characters, grouping stemmed words like working and worked in all 10 of my files for a particular project. This visual is a word query, which provides specifics about the words meeting these criteria, such as similar words, and how often these words appear. It essentially summarizes the query results. This is a word cloud, which displays more frequently used words in larger font sizes and less frequently used words in smaller fonts. This is a tree map, which visualizes the data based on the shape size, nesting figures hierarchically in rectangular shapes. Lastly, this is a cluster analysis. According to QSR's FAQ page, cluster analysis is an exploratory technique that you can use to visualize patterns in your project by grouping sources or nodes that share similar words, similar attribute values, or are coded similarly by nodes. This is a good way to quickly see patterns such as similarities and difference between nodes, classifications and cases, and demographic information. Another visualization you can create are charts. This is a bar chart that displays the number of coded items labeled data management plan review in each participant file it appears in. This is one of the many different charts you can make. Another way to visualize data is using sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis basically evaluates the mood of your data, referencing what's positive versus negative, further expanding into either very or moderately positive and negative sentiments. If you have a survey asking for people's opinions, this can help you get an overall idea of how people feel about whatever you. These visuals are from a survey data I analyzed in other projects. This feature also has the ability for auto-coding. Again, I do not recommend it because the program may double code the data as positive and negative. The last step is to report and share your results. NVivo has a feature like auto-generating reports based on what you want to show. There is a wizard that will walk you through creating a report. You can also export the code book that you made and share with others. Or you don't have to use any of these features and go right into writing your results in discussion sections for your papers. This is a screenshot of what a code book looks like when you export it. It's exported as a Word document in a table format. Notice that it also transfers important node information like how many files the node covers and how many references there are in each node. This video is one of many resources available to help you learn NVivo. YouTube is a great place to start. This is what I used when I first taught myself. I highly recommend the University of Hull Library YouTube playlist. And then there are plenty of other resources like QSR's full list of YouTube tutorials or their detailed FAQ page. You can also use your school or employer's provided resources like the University of Tennessee's Office of Information Technology self-paced short course. Thank you for joining me today. Please follow back for more videos.